No, they're not your friends, but they'll pretend to be.
How pathetic can some people be?
They have gangs in Iowa now. I was going to gamble. These guys go, you better be careful, lady. We have gangs now. I'm like, you guys, it's still Iowa. I mean, what, are they going to come at me on a John Deere or something? Hello, we're children of the corn. He goes, no, I'm serious. These are the Bloods and the Crips, and they're here from Los Angeles. I thought, well, how bad of a gang member do you have to be to get a transfer to Iowa? What, are they having meetings? Bob, you didn't sell enough crack last month. We're sending you to our field office in Des Moines.
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOC.
That was my reaction, by the way, when somebody told me, there's gangs in Paso Robles. I'm like,
with their field office in King City.
I don't know. I'm from Seattle, and I didn't even think we had a gang problem. I'm pretty sure y'all don't.
How does King City have any gang?
I'm pretty sure
King City's like a trailer park and a Burger King and a Safeway.
If you're saying everything drinking and sleeping, you don't have a gang problem.
Today we're headed off to Brooklyn. We're a Brooklyn-based rapper.
Brooklyn's okay because it's supposed to be said Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
It's not Brooklyn.
His name is Dupree, G-O-D.
Dupree God?
He was, he was shooting his music video when he decided, he says, hey, let's take this to the next level. He had an ice cream truck. I don't know how he got that. But he was going to jump off the ice cream truck onto a city bus with a flamethrower, and somebody was going to videotape him on their phone, and that's how they were going to get the shot for the video. So he jumps on top of the city bus and
with a
flamethrower. It's actually really cool video.
They didn't get this cleared?
Everybody's screaming and yelling. The bus finally stops. Well, then fast forward a little bit. He sets everything on fire around him. He starts shooting at people, and then he starts setting the ground on fire. He falls off the bus. I don't know if he probably had, a little liquid courage going into the damn thing. But, it ended up very bad for him. He got arrested. He was taken in, and he got Mayor de Blasio. He got his attention with this whole thing. So he ended up talking about it. Apparently, one of his things.
Yeah, he's like, we're supposed to be like COVID lockdown, and we got guys jumping on buses with flamethrower.
He was online bragging about it.
Welcome to Songbird.
Much love to everyone who came out. We shut Franklin Avenue down. Well, now they shut you down. He's in the big house.
Is de Blasio the mayor of Brooklyn as well? If you're the mayor of New York, you're also the mayor of Brooklyn, or is Brooklyn just one of the segments of New York City? New York City's very confusing.
I have never been, and I don't know much about it.
Boroughs and all that stuff. I don't understand how New York City operates, because in the opening to Welcome Back, Kotter, it says, and I am saying that one right, it says in Welcome Back, Kotter, there's a shot of the Welcome to Brooklyn sign, and it says Welcome to the fourth largest city in the nation, or in the United States, or something along those lines. And I'm like, wait a minute, how's it the fourth largest if it's part of New York City? Because I know there's Manhattan's a borough,
right?
Greenwich is a borough. Well, all these.
We don't have any boroughs
areas
around here on the West Coast.
Bronx is a borough.
I mean, San Francisco has, different parts of the city, the financial district.
So that's a big, big, tall task to be mayor of New York. In fact, one would argue, if you're the mayor of New York, your job is way more difficult than, say, the governor of Oregon.
Right?
Because there's more populace in New York than there is and I would say even more so than the governor of New York.
Well, Dupree, G-O-D, said, de Blasio's already burning the city to the ground, so what's one more fire?
Oh, okay. There you go.
And anyways, he was taken in, and just trying to budget balling, trying to shoot his own video.
I wonder if he would have gotten in less trouble had he not said that.
Well, you never know. I'm sure the mayor and the prosecutor might know each other. That could be trouble for him. So congratulations, Dupree, G-O-D. You are Jeff and Jeremy's
Dumbass of the Day. 93.3 KZOC.
Don't be a dummy when it comes to your landscape supplies. Go to Peterson U-Cart on Gusta Road, just north of Quickie Car Wash in Atascadero.
We love U-Cart. You save.
They're just like the best things in our life. They bring us so much love and happiness. So I think any holiday is a great time to appreciate and celebrate the human and animal bond that we value so much here at Woods Humane Society. And our staff is here every day, holidays, every day of the year. We're caring and caretaking for them, giving them extra love. We actually just put out a little message. We're going to be bringing in some pumpkin and whipped cream and give them a little special treat on Thanksgiving.
Can I ask you a question? You brought whipped cream, Robin.
Yes.
One time years ago, okay, this was a long time ago. I mean, gosh, this has got to be over 10 years ago. We're road tripping with our animals and for the holidays, and we pull up to a Starbucks to get coffee, and the gal, and this is somewhere in Northern California, the gal puts a little bit of whipped cream in a little cup, and she's like, here you go. And I say, what's this for? And she goes, this is for the pups. And I was like, okay. And even the people that she worked with were like, why are you giving them that? And the girl's like, all dogs like whipped cream. And I'd never even think to like feed a dog whipped cream.
Yeah, me either.
But now,
Afraid to make them gassy.
Fast forward 12 years, if you look up puppuccino from Starbucks online,
they've been doing it for a long time.
That's what it is. Is that something that would upset a dog's stomach in your research?
It's definitely not something you want to do often or in a large amount. It would be just a little dollop, a little squirt of whipped cream to give a little lick off your finger maybe. But yes, Starbucks has definitely phrased the puppuccino, and now I cannot go through the Starbucks drive-thru without my dog sticking his full head out the window and demanding a puppuccino.
See, and I think maybe this girl who we all thought
she started it.
Yeah, but we all, like my wife was in the car with me. Even my dogs looked at her kind of weird, and the people inside the Starbucks with her were like laughing at her. We were all having this laugh at her expense, and who knows? She could be vice president of Starbucks right now.
Well, she should be in my book.
I mean, she found something to win over the pet owners. Because, I mean, drinking a coffee with a pet in the car is not the easiest of tasks.
Yes, but I'll tell you what is good for your pet is the pumpkin. And you can just take the pumpkin you buy at the store in the can that you make pumpkin pies with. We always put a tablespoon on George's food every night. Keeps his poops nice and solid. Fiber.
Same. I know. I mean, we talk a lot about poop around here at the shelter. I didn't realize you guys also also like talking about poop.
I love talking about poop. Yeah. Well, because everybody wants to poop better, right? And if we eat fiber, I take a fiber supplement, and I got to tell you, I go through a lot less toilet paper.
Especially
if we're good. We're good pet owners. We pick up after our dog's poop, so it's important to have good poop.
You want good, solid, you don't want to be having to get the hose out in the grass. Oh, nobody wants to do that.
If we're talking about whipped cream and pumpkin at the same time, this is balance, right?
I'm hoping the good, outweighs the bad, as most things in life, hopefully.
Well, I'm glad that they're getting a treat. That is so neat. And, I mean, George loves that pumpkin, man. I mean, anything different than, actually, he just will eat anything. But woodshumane.org.
It's senior animal, Adopt a Senior Animal Month out at the
we are still celebrating Adopt a Senior Pet Month. We have fee-waived all animals over the age of 7. We actually have a wonderful cat. I was just spending time in the room with her right a few minutes before our call, and her name is Spanky, and she's 12 years old, and she hasn't got any appointments or any calls the last 2 weeks. So we would love to get her home before Thanksgiving. I kind of made her a promise when I was in there, so I'm hoping your listeners will go on our website, take a look at her beautiful picture. She's got the most beautiful eyes. They are just like those soulful eyes that speak to you. She came in pretty rough shape. She did not feel well when she got to us. We have given her the TLC that she needs, and now she just needs someone to give her a place to lay and nap and have some. She loves wet food. She loves to lay in a soft bed, and that's really all she's looking for.
Now, I know that a lot of people, and you guys are in the middle of your big annual, holiday fundraiser right now. But a lot of people, and you could get all the information for that at woodshumanesociety.org. But if you can't give money, you might have things laying around the house that the shelter needs from time to time.
Yeah, and we are just about to put a call out, so perfect timing. If you can't give money, we are definitely raising money towards our Giving Tuesday matching challenge. So we've got a donor who's matching $10,000 donation. So if anybody can give a few bucks, great. But if not, we also have a few items that we have found ourselves in need before the winter season really starts coming down. We are looking for sheets, blankets, and towels, and we have a donation bin right outside our front doors for contactless drop-off. And we do ask that they be freshly laundered just so we can have clean bedding showing up in our donation bin, and we'll use that all season long for our cats and dogs.
It's the SurfNet Communications poll question brought to you by SurfNet Communications. You can hit the link right next to the poll at kzoz.com. SurfNet has over 15 years of experience getting you connected with speeds faster than DSL and or satellite. SurfNet Communications, the leader in rural broadband internets. SurfNet Communications, kzoz.com.
So something else that comes from
I love that you got called out for
proper
misspeaking,
pronunciation.
Grammar. Love it.
Is SurfNet Communications poll question. This morning, we want to know how do you feel when someone corrects you, either your speech, your spelling, or your grammar? How does that make you feel? Do you get irritated? Do you appreciate?
I know that irritated you.
No, it doesn't.
When Aaron called.
No, it doesn't because I know there are certain words that I say that are. I've never.
See, it doesn't irritate me either because I just have bad habits that I learned from my mom.
I don't believe I ever was. It was brought to my attention that I say else, ELTZ. Now that I know that,
I don't really pay attention. There's things that
apparently I said it earlier today, and I said else.
You say it all the time, apparently,
and I got the pat on the back. But apparently, that's one of the tics that I have that drives Aaron and maybe many others crazy. Is when I say else, it's ELTZ, and it's not else, ELSE. I feel like such a boob saying else.
Well, you don't have to go that far. Just say anyone else. It's an S.
Else.
You put a T in there. Just like when I say cul-de-sac instead, we talked about that earlier, instead of cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac.
It's a cult.
I
mean, it's so close. It's so close that most people probably wouldn't even catch it. But somewhere, since I've worked with Jeff for over 20 years, he's caught it. And every time it's brought up, he's like, oh, he's going to say it. I'm going to correct him.
Can I say?
Because I know you love correcting me.
Can I say that whenever you say cul-de-sac, you usually repeat yourself like 3 or 4 times, and I don't know why you do that if you're having such a tough time saying it, like rural. And
I think I'm getting better at rural.
You should. I mean, it's been 2 years now.
That's why I say it every time. I have two. I don't have to say SurfNet Communications, the leader in broadband and rural broadband internet. I could just say, the leader in broadband internet. In outlying areas, we were saying. I said, I'm going to say rural every time because I'm going to get better at it.
Every time that you say,
it's a word I struggle with.
Cul-de-sac, I think of a suburban Waco.
Yeah, right. I
know. It's a neighborhood in Jonestown.
You see people in white robes.
Exactly.
In the cul-de-sac,
where the stores surrounding it stock shelves and shelves of flavoring.
We all have words that we don't say right. I ran into somebody. Oh, I know. They live in Washington. And they're like, yeah, we can't wait to get out of Washington. Did you ever have anybody in your family pronounce it Washington?
My dad.
I don't know what that is.
My father.
There's no R, there's no O. It's Washington. Why do they say Washington? My uncle, very successful, owns like 6 or 7 body shops. And he says it. And I mean, the guy's worth millions. I'm like, Uncle Bill, you're way too rich to say it that bad. But that's how his grandpa said it. That's how his dad said it. That's how his uncle said it. And so everybody,
I like it though. I like it when people correct me because I don't. It doesn't bother me. It's like when he said that, I had no idea that I didn't say else.
Yeah.
Else. I always thought I said it.
But you and I are in a unique position where we're just constantly giving each other crap, and we're constantly
talking. Like I said earlier. I mean, it was
so it's like I don't care. That's fine. Yeah, I know I screw stuff up all the time. What's another one I have a hard time with? Oh, addict. I always said, instead of attic, and because of you, I don't say addict anymore. But when I would talk about the attic, which is above your house, where you put your boxes.
Or when you're in college and a youth on the radio, it is the name of the nightclub that buys lots of promotion.
Oh, the attic. Yes, and I would call it the addict. Like you had to be a drug addict to go there. It was, or an alcoholic.
And then next thing you know, senior citizens are calling up complaining because they're like, what is this addict that everybody's talking about?
What is the one word that you always have trouble pronouncing, or you didn't realize it? Maybe somebody told you. 805-543-3693. Do you have one, Cameron?
Mercury?
Oh, you have a hard time saying Mercury.
Is it
so apparently you do too.
Mercury. What did I say it wrong? Mercury.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
well, there's
like
Mercury, the color, and there's Mercury, the motor, that is a brand.
What about Mercury, the planet? I say it Mercury.
Yeah, Mercury.
You guys
I have to put extra brain power.
You guys don't say it the same way I say it. I say Mercury.
Mercury.
Mercury. Mercury.
I don't like those cars. I prefer Saturns. I can actually pronounce them.
There's not a Pluto car. It should be a little tiny car.
The planets, Mercury. Mercury.
I think you're saying it wrong too.
Mercury.
No. It's
Mercury?
Mercury.
Mercury. No, it's It's Mercury. Mercury.
I don't know who's saying it right.
Like curry.
Mercury. I'm just saying that the way I say it is Mercury.
Why don't they have that thing where they say it? Didn't they used to have that?
They do, yeah. There should be a speaker next to
Let me try this.
The definition.
Look it up on Google instead of your damn phone.
Hey, Siri, how do you say the planet Mercury?
Here's what I found.
Pronounce the word Mercury.
I found this on the web.
You are no help. Oh, I hate this bitch.
Here's one that drives me insane. I don't like it when people say Monday or Tuesday instead of Monday.
Oh, Monday, like it's M-U-N, Monday. Or...
Yeah, it's A-Y, not E-E.
Mm-hmm. What about drinking and sleeping?
That one's okay.
Oh, with dropping the G?
Dropping the G.
I love dropping the G.
Dropping the G.
Yeah, that's style. That's
awesome.
style.
That's a dialect, my friend. That is called the South.
It is not style. It's the opposite of style.
We're going hunting.
Trailer park.
We're going hunting. We're going fishing. We're going to be doing some drinking.
It's just grunting out words when you're not saying the G at the end of it.
93.3 KZOZ rocks.
It's commonsensical. In other words, it makes sense.